everybody, and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos, and this is my channel of Facilitated Light Well-Being. Welcome in, welcome back. This is a very neutral, loving, unjudgmental zone. We do videos when I'm called to do them. And so I was doing the laundry, and I'm sharing so you can understand how my world works. I read energy, and I feel energy, spirits, and things like that through heat, through my body. Like, I don't see them, I just sense them. Sometimes if they're talking with, like when I'm doing my readings, and I know when I'm connecting because my core gets very warm. I was doing the laundry, I was putting my laundry away, and I smelled my grandmother, and I was like, why am I smelling my grandmother? My grandma had a very unique smell, not stink, like she had like a perfume or like a chemistry smell. And I leaned down to put the laundry in, and I smelled my grandmother. And I said to my husband, oh, why am I smelling my grandmother? He goes, oh my gosh, it's funny you said that. I smelled something too. He's like, I think. So I was like, okay, I found a dime today. And then I was standing there when I was doing my laundry, and I said, you know, maybe I should do a video. I'm feeling like maybe, and I was like, oh, I've been a little tired. Maybe, I don't know. So then I felt my crystals. I was like, I think I need to take my crystals off. So I took the crystals off, and I was like, yeah, they're kind of warm. I said, well, there's definitely something here or whatever, or they're trying to work or protect me. And I had people in my house, so that's kind of why I like my house to be with not a lot of people, because a lot of energy gets left, dropped, feels comfortable here. I don't know. So then I realized I touched my necklace, and I was like, oh, even my necklace is warm because I wear a lapis lazuli. It kind of protects you, and it makes you speak your truth and be able to have clear communication. And then all of a sudden it came to me, I was like getting warm. I was like, okay, they want me to do the reading, so we're going to see what they have to say. Let me see what deck they're calling me to, because that one I don't feel like is the one. Let's see. I think we'll just pull some word ones. So how this works is I read energy, I sense energy, and this channel is for well-being, healing, doing your shadow work, being able to tap into messages that need to come through. So they are timeless messages that when they find you, if you were inclined to hit it, like click the button, if it comes through and you're listening, or you're just, you need a message each day, or when they come through, you might need me one time and you might need me every day, or whenever the messages come out, but they are designed to find you when you need to hear them. And you'll know if it's resonating. It could be you or someone that's directly close to you that's affecting your life. So we're going to see what the cards have to say. I was not planning on coming on today, but I feel inclined that I should talk to you. So maybe there's a message that needs to come through, or someone will be looking, or that's on my channel that needs to hear something. So just listen. There's no judgment, no fingers pointing. I'm usually dealing with some of the things too. What I would say is just discernment. Think about what's being said. If it's something, advice, awareness, change that needs to happen, something that's coming in. So we're just going to shuffle the cards tonight, because like I said, I don't know why they're having me come on. So let's see if there's a theme. Spirit guides, angels, most high, ancestors that may be trying to tap in, please use these cards and myself as a vessel for the message that you would like to bring about. As soon as I said that, they're popping cards. All right. Your first one is miracles. And it's funny, I was just folding my shirt and it said miracles cost extra, and then this is the card, and that's when I was thinking I needed to do a reading. I love how synchronicity works. So miracles, there could be things coming in. We have the fire horse year started yesterday. We had the solar ring of fire eclipse, and the ring of fire is that, I explained it before, but it's a unique one because you can see the ring of the sun, because the moon is too far away that it doesn't totally cover it. So we had the ring of fire eclipse, we had the new moon Aquarius, which is about change, revolution, like major, and it was amplified. The new moon is a new cycle. And then, like I said, you've got that lunar, the moon, the sun eclipse, and the year, the energy. Sorry, I got distracted. So miracles, it's a super power charged energy. So whatever you're thinking on, you're doing, you're creating, this day and yesterday, and probably tomorrow a little bit, they say a gateway, but it's like the energy is very potent and very strong. And there could be miracles coming in for somebody, for the world. Like I said, this is either for the collective, because I usually read for the collective, and the collective is when we're all connected energetically, your higher self. So your higher self is you, but it's like the part that's connected to the ethers. So miracles are coming, being received, or going out. So just keep that in mind. So maybe there's something coming in. Then you have pleasure. So we have miracles, pleasure, and blessings. They're all the same type of thing. So something is coming in for you, for me, for the world, something miraculous. Because miracles are things that aren't supposed to happen. Blessings are things that come from the divine. They're just given to you. There's nothing attached to a blessing. That's the idea behind it. It's that the divine is giving you something that's either predestined, or you have, you've been good, and the blessings will come in. Like when you do good for others, not expecting anything back, you're going to get a blessing back. It's something coming back that you're not expecting, but that's been given to you. And it's pleasure. It's in the middle. So it's something you're going to enjoy. There's something coming in, or being ready for it. I just heard being ready. Like, be ready for beautiful things. Don't think that everything is terrible, because maybe, okay, I see what's coming in. It's like the world is changing, the energy is changing, and don't block something because it's unfamiliar, or it's not something you're used to, or just be careful that you don't push something away, because something's coming in and it's going to be a miracle, a blessing, a pleasure thing. But I feel like it's coming in a way that maybe that's why it's a warning, because it's coming in differently. Not a warning, awareness. That's a better word. I feel like something's coming in that might be different, or they're just trying to get you prepared because of something odd or different, or like, wow. It's like a message. It's coming through. It's from the divine. It's for you. Or it's been predestined, or you have asked for it. Like you've manifested in an essence, like you've wanted something, but you haven't demanded it. It's just like, I feel like miracles and blessings are things that like come, like your thoughts are out there. You're broadcasting when you're thinking. So like, say you're just like, oh, that would be so nice. You're not demanding it. You're not saying this is what I want. You're not saying anything other than, oh, that's so cool. That's so pretty. Like and you're picturing, it's like you're manifesting the way you're supposed to, and you don't even realize it. And it's almost like it becomes like, what I'm getting is that it's a miracle, a blessing, is because you're just thinking on it. You're like, oh, that's really cool. That would be cool, to live there or to do that. And you're just kind of like daydreaming. And your daydreaming is your true intention, maybe what you really would like. Like, wow, that'd be really cool. You're not demanding it, though. You're just like passive. And the universe is like, I think we're going to give Lonnie that little dream that she had in her head. And that's a cool thing, to be able to bring in things. Sometimes that's why I think miracles are certain fluky things. Like you say, man, I was just thinking about that, and it comes in because you're not demanding it. And manifestation doesn't work with demanding. It's putting yourself in the scenario, seeing it, being like, oh, I could see myself doing that. Or you can picture it, you can imagine it, you can feel it. But life happens, or we're like, that'd be really cool. Like, but then you go about your business, but you're still thinking on it. You've broadcasted it, and you haven't been a 4-year-old child. Like, I want this, and I want money. I want this, or I want that, or I want to go there. It's just like, oh, that'd be so cool. I can't do it right now, but maybe one day, because then you're thinking like, okay, I'd like it. I can see myself doing it. Maybe later, but right now, I'm not going to waste my energy. But you're still thinking, so you've pulled it in. So I hate to repeat myself, but it's like, that's what's coming through. All right, I forgive and release the past to heal my life. So there are things you need to forgive. Forgiving isn't saying it's okay. it's releasing it so it can no longer fester. And this is a major thing that's going to cause people to not move into 5D. We're all going to eventually get to 5D, but 3D is going to be finishing up, or it's going to be dissipating, and, you know, it's going to collapse, or that old way of thinking is going to be finished. And the 5D is going to eventually, nothing happens like poof. It's a transition. Transitions don't go, ooh, they go, you know, and they move in. So this is the key to bringing it in quicker. So you're still going to all get there, but you're all going to get there different timing depending on how long you're holding on to that 3D. Because then once the paving road is done, like I go in, I'm not saying I'm going to go before you, but like say I were to go in, and then so-and-so would go in, and then becomes a group thought. Okay, then we're moving. So say we get to about 50% of the people and they are all shifting and moving into 5D. Well, then the conscious collective is being more on that consciousness. So they're kind of reverberating their thoughts through. And then slowly but surely, kind of like when change happens in society, it's the same type of thing. We are paving the way for a new world, a new earth, a new paradigm of how we think, how we're processing. We're moving back more into, we've been in more of an Atlantean type of energy, which is more technology, AI, being controlled, somebody that's in power, someone that's above us, where Lemurian energy has been very much about coexisting in happiness and peace, and nobody's ruling anybody. Like, it's just like, because when you do something that would harm, you are feeling it, because we are all collective. And I think that's where we're moving, that the Lemurian, which was tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years that we were living in this Lemurian energy, and the Atlantean energy was more technology, AI. Someone came out with an idea, like the Lemurians, somebody moved over, or they moved to a different area, because it used to be like in the Pacific Ocean. It was this big, where the Pacific Ocean is, that big open space was a landmass, okay? And I think what happened, from what I'm learning and understanding and what I feel in my heart, is that some people left because they didn't maybe want that, or something, because when you're connected to the collective, when you hurt somebody, try to control somebody, whatever, you feel what you're doing, so you stop, because you understand this is what it's doing. But you get to feel too, because as a collective, we're all feeling each other's energy, but you realize that what you're doing is hurting somebody, something, whatever. So as people pulled away and they went to Atlantis on the Atlantic side, that's why I think the oceans were called something different. There's like research on the maps that shows that Atlantic Oceans wasn't there, but I think when the Atlanteans, they must have been something they said or whatever. So where they were, I think, created, that was the Atlantic Ocean, because it might have been an ownership thing. And then you had the people in Lemuria, which were trying to live peacefully. They were living very organically. Frequency, crystal energy, everything was crystalline, and they all worked because they were all connected, because crystals are conduits, okay? So this one is what's going to bring you back to closer connectivity, getting to 5D. And this is a main thing. This is why it's probably coming up, because our shift is really amping up this month and next month. I'm in February, so if you're watching this later, February and March is supposed to be very much a catalyst to pull you into the next section of time that we're going to be going through. Time is not really relative. There's really not time the way we think of it. That's why I think when Lemuria was living, they didn't really have the time perspective. They were just being and coexisting, and they were interacting with other frequencies and different realms and stuff like that. But when you put yourself into a limitation, a control, then you get time and space, okay? If that makes sense. If you want to understand more, there's videos on it, and we might do a video on it. I connect with the strength and wisdom of my ancestors. Okay. So, for me, my grandmother, I could smell her. And there's ancestral wounds in my family. There's ancestral curses. There's things that have been passed down, that have been experienced, and they hold in the DNA, okay? And I think this is for me and for everybody. There is becoming an awareness within our DNA, within our mind structures, that there are things that we need to release, because we are ending this era, this cycle. And I think what's happening is that, like last year or the year before, I can't remember which year it was, there was a finishing and a cleansing of karma. And karma is what goes around comes around. So old things will carry into new lives. Like, say you didn't resolve something, or you had something that really needed to be taken care of. That's where you get karmic partners. There's people from your past, or something that wasn't resolved. I feel like there was something you were supposed to do and you didn't, so it's pulled into this lifetime, because it's kind of hanging on your soul as an energy type of thing. And I think it like pulls those people to you, or they have karma that they need to deal with that they're going to live through, but you're connected to it. So it could be either way. But I think what's happening is that my grandmother is coming through, because there's definitely some ancestral things. I have Native Indian American heritage, and there was a lot of trauma and a lot of things that happened to our American Indians, and there was things within our families. There was abuse. There was mental things. There was probably even sexual things that happened. I don't know all the details, but there's definitely some trauma that has been in my family. I'm sure you guys have it too, or there's been trauma of some sort, or certain things passed down from hate, trauma, programming, things of that nature. So it's time to forgive. Oh, my ear is hurting really bad. So there must be something. This is the masculine side. They don't want me to say it. They're probably trying to stop me. There are things that we need to acknowledge, feel if you need to, and release and stop the cycle. I just heard this on a video too, so this might be a confirmation. It is time to stop the cycle and to start a new lineage, to understand that the pain and the things that we have been dealing with, or the curses that have been following us through these lifetimes, need to be complete and done. Okay? And that ear is hurting. So there is something that's been heard, I think, or said, a pain. This is the masculine side. So there's something on the masculine side of the family, or the masculine, like the logic part, that has been possibly going on. Let's see. I think I'm going to pull this one and see what they say. Do you have any cards from this one? This is the Mystics Imaginarium Oracle. Master Creator. Yeah, you're creating your world. The world has been created by the demiurge, and the monad, which is the original high energy, has put the spark of life through Sophia, they say. But that's why we understand that there's God out there, is because that spark that connects us is from the Most High, and we are part of it. The Master Creator. Let's see what that has to say. I'm being drawn to, because this is a newer one that I have not used. Sorry guys, just bear with me. Number 10 is on 19. Alright, so Master Creator. Right inner speech is essential. It is the greatest of the arts. Yeah, so this is how you're manifesting, what you're thinking on. Remember, I said these next couple days, this day, yesterday, and probably tomorrow or so, it said 72 hours or so. What you're thinking on is very much going to be brought about, or dealt with, or brought to the surface, or made manifest. So card 10 explores the importance of developing positive inner thoughts. It emphasizes the power of the inner dialogue, which is often overlooked by many people. Remarkably, only a select few truly comprehend the extraordinary power concealed within the realm of inner thoughts and words. When you draw this card, your higher self is sending you a poignant message, a call to action. You're being beckoned to assume full mastery over your inner speech and rein in any tendencies toward negative and destructive thought and speech patterns within your relationship. Yes. So this is for somebody that talks themselves down, or nobody hears it, but they look in the mirror and they're very down on themselves, or they're just very pessimistic on things in general, that has been very much held. So if you're watching this and you have bad self-talk, and you know, I'm not trying to be mean, there's no pointing fingers because nobody knows, it's self-talk. You need to be careful in that narrative that you're not sabotaging your own happiness, your own world. You have to realize that we're not perfect. We're all here to learn. We're all here to grow. You do not have to be what anybody else wants you to be. You need to be exactly what you are. Embrace it, and the people that will love you, support you, grow you will come in. You might lose other people. Oh well, they probably weren't supposed to stay in your life. So remember that what you tell yourself is just as important or just as damaging as somebody else saying something. You could be your own narcissistic psycho, okay? I don't know. You need to be good to yourself. You need to support yourself. You need to lift yourself up. You need to not listen to that archon voice, or that narcissistic person, or a parent that maybe makes you feel a certain way, a sibling that makes you feel a certain way, friends or coworkers or whatever. Don't allow someone to steal or take your joy that you start saying it to yourself too. Because sometimes they're saying it because they're hurting in their own way. Take everything with a grain of salt, and know that if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to feel it. And you are going to upset people, and you are going to pull people in when you're living your true, authentic life. You do not have to be mean. You don't have to be pushy. You don't have to be rude. But you need to be true to who you are. And you need to say, no, I don't want to do that. Or, no, I don't agree with that. You know, I can agree to disagree. I don't have to be like, oh, I just have to agree so everybody likes me. No, you don't. You could just say, listen, I don't really agree with that. But that's okay. You know, that's your life. I live my life. And move on. You don't have to tell them what they're supposed to do. You don't have to tell them they're a moron. Because you know what? There are a lot of moronic people out there. You know. If we don't, we don't have to tell them they're a moron. We can think it and say, this person's a moron. I don't know what they're talking about. But out of the collective kindness, this is for somebody. Just, yeah, no, I don't agree with that. But that's, that's me. And you're agree to disagree. So, it says, consider this card as a divine mandate. It reminds you that you have been entrusted with powers akin to those of divine. These powers manifest through your imagination, your spoken words, your will, and your intentions. This is following up with what I thought. What you're imagining, what you're thinking, there's something coming in for you. That miracle, that thing is coming in because you were thinking about it. And I don't think you realized what you were thinking about, or what you were saying, or what you were like pondering that you were trying to bring in. I'm trying to be releasing the things. I asked him, I was like, I don't think I'm releasing everything. Like, I'm trying. I don't understand. And I feel like there's some things that are hidden deep in my subconscious, deep in my life. Traumas that my mind has removed technically so I can keep functioning. Because we have been through a lot of trauma as a society, as a human race, as a collective. And if you have not, you are so blessed. That is not the norm. Or you're living in denial. One or the other. So when you draw this card, you're invited to embrace a profound transformation potential of your inner speech. Moreover, it challenges you to recognize your intrinsic role as a creator being, one who possesses the extraordinary capacity to shape reality through the words and thoughts that originate with the deepest recesses of your consciousness. Pulling this card is an indicative message that you are the master creator. When you find yourself repetitively drawn to this card, this is a sign your higher self is truly mastering your creative potential. You have come so far. Keep going. This is one of the most blessed cards in the deck. It says pulling this card is a very positive omen for your higher self. So it's an awareness, but it's also like, if this is coming out because you as a person, whoever you are watching this, and if you're watching this, it means that there is something, I believe there's something coming in for the people that watch this and are resonating, because it is something you have thought upon, tried to create, or you were just really thinking that would be a great thing to be, that you're willing to wait, you're patient, but you can see yourself in something. And when you believe that it's possible, you just, maybe you're not, like, okay, I'm not going to be pushy, I just want to find happiness, or I just want to, get rid of all the things that are trying to pull me down. I want to be a good person. Like, I feel like when you're striving to be better, you succeed, even if it's only one step at a time. It's because you're genuine about it. We're not perfect. We have emotions, we have all kinds of things, distractions, but when we are seeking after doing something with a true intention of trying to be better, because we know that, listen, we're not perfect. We're actually jerks most of the time. I don't know, maybe you're a good person and you're just always good. I don't know if that's fake or not, because we are imperfect. But we're trying. We're learning. We have come here as a soul to learn and to elevate. So that means if we're coming to learn, we're not perfect. Okay? So don't put yourself on that perfect pedestal thing that you need to be something, because all you're going to do is wear yourself out. I'm not saying you shouldn't try. That's the thing here. You should be trying. But when you don't succeed, don't beat yourself up. Don't be mean to yourself. Don't talk bad to yourself. Don't tell yourself, oh, you can't do it, you're just stupid, blah, 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 blah. Because we get in that. I mean, listen, I do. I have. I'm not trying to be that way, but when I feel myself going to that, I'm like, no, you're just struggling with something. You're not processing something. Be good to yourself. Because that's what the universe and the monad and my spirit guides are saying. No, Lani, you're learning. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're not perfect. That's why I think that they can brainwash you into saying, oh, you're unworthy and you're a sinner and you're going to go to hell. I don't think that's really what it's saying. You're not perfect, or what you're coming in to learn. Obviously, you don't know it yet. So you have to stumble and fall until you figure it out. So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others. You don't have to agree with what other people are doing. If you're worried about them, offer to help them. Come alongside of them. Don't beat them down. Listen, I don't know if you realize this, but there's things you're doing, and I just, can I help you? I feel like you're going in the wrong path, and I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but if you need anything, please let me know, because I'm here to help. That's more than, why are you doing that stupid crap? You're going to blah, 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 and that's not how you're supposed to be. Like, people aren't going to take that. They want someone that says, I understand. I'm not in that place right now, but do you need help? Are you struggling? Are you having issues? Can I get you help for drug abuse, for mental abuse, for, whatever? You're spending too much. You are going out too much. You're playing too much. Whatever a case may be. When you go with someone with a gentle heart, or you tell them, don't talk down, be good. Tell somebody when they're beautiful. Don't tell them when they look like crap. They already know. Just saying. Say, oh man, you look really pretty today. Or, that's a cute outfit. Or, I just want you to know I was thinking about you. I hope you're okay. Extending kindness without any attachment, without any rudeness. I mean, I think the world is just very centered around themselves, and we're programmed to judge people. I don't care what you are. I even deal with it, and I try so hard not to be judgmental, and sometimes that stupid paradigm comes up and says, oh, why are they acting like that? In my mind, I'm like, stop it, Lani. They're not you. They don't look at the world like you. You can't get mad at somebody else for them not thinking like you, because they're not you. Now, if they're hurting somebody, you can say, hey, you need to stop doing that because it's hurting people. Or, did you know that when you say that, you hurt that person's feeling? Or, when you say that to me, I don't know if you're doing it purposely. I mean, they could be, but you being gentle, say, I don't know if you realize, but that really makes me upset, or that makes me feel insignificant, or that I don't appreciate you talking like that because I am trying to work on something, or don't judge me from my past because I'm not that person anymore. That's another one that comes up. So let's see if there's any other messages. So maybe you just needed to hear some positive input that you need to talk good to yourself. You need to talk good to others. Miracles are coming in. You have been thinking on things that are coming in, but maybe you might be keeping things from coming because you are dealing with some self issues, some forgiveness of yourself, even maybe not even somebody else, forgiving yourself for something you've done, something you've experienced, and talking things into existence. You know, maybe there's some, maybe it's a twofold, because this is like, there's two different parts of collective. So somebody's trying to create and someone is being, I think, blocked, or someone's talking bad talk to themselves. All right, so we have, oh, something's ending. So you got the Death card and Rebirth with the World card. So something is ending, something's closing out, and that's probably the energy that's coming in for what we're dealing with. And then you've got your Ace of Wands. This is thought being made manifest. It's all about manifestation. This is thoughts. See, this energy is, there's an ending to this world, and I feel that you have brought it. This ending is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. There's a new thing coming in, and it's being made manifest by the thoughts. Because what I'm getting from my downloads and different things that I'm seeing is that the future is not destined. The future is not set in stone. We are the creators of our future. That's why people can't see, like when people are reading, they're not sure what's going on, because it's not set in stone. It's being formed and created by the collective thought, by what you want. And if you're going into 5D, you're in a different platform. You're not in 3D. It's heavy, it's dense, it goes by the paradigms, and you have a new world that's coming in. And I feel like they're telling you, you need to do something about it. You need to be proactive. You need to be thinking on it. And the things that you think on are the things that you're going to be creating and manifesting in this new world. So be careful what you're thinking on. Be careful what you're pulling in, because you could be pulling in things that you don't want versus things you do want. Your next cards are a pause, and this was in reverse, but I didn't shuffle it, so I'm going to take it as, this is the card of wish fulfillment, but this is like contentment. It's emotion. It's an emotional contentment. There's a delay because you have a finishing, but there's thought being created, but there's a delay, and there's a hanging and a perspective. This is the Hangman. This is a delay or being flipped upside down and viewing the world or a situation in a different perspective. Because what I think it's doing is it's causing you to have to think, or giving you like this video, you know, it's pausing you to say, what's going to be, what would make you happy? What would make you, like, if you could imagine what you want your life to be, what would it be? But I think it's because it's at that point that the miracle of having the life that you want, it's on a precipice of coming in, which is beautiful. So whatever life you really want, the life that will make you, I don't want to say complete, but it could be, not overstimulating your nervous system. A life that you want, a life that brings you happiness, a contentment, not a heaven on earth, but the essence of living a life. Look at that card. That's her energy. It's living a life that you are not overstimulated, that you are joyful, that you wake up and you're enjoying it. A miracle, pleasure, blessings. That's this card. So something is ending to make way for you. But I think the reason this video is coming out is that this energy is so powerful, and the things that you're creating, you have to be careful not to get into negative thoughts, not to get into bad stinking thinking. Okay, so we're gonna do one last card for the angels, and then we'll get you a message to finish it. I hope this is helping to inspire you to focus on the beautiful life that you want to bring in, not the one you don't want to bring in. So I hope that is very clear. We are focusing on healing, moving forward, releasing the things that have hindered us, hurt us, so that we can bring in our happy wish fulfillment life and receive our miracle and blessing from the divine. Okay, so no toxicity. This is your first one. 514. Detoxify your relationships. Your angels want you to remove toxic patterns from your relationships. That could be this karma thing, this thing from ancestral. Like, there's things that we learned from our family, from our aunts, our grandmas, our grandpas, our papas, our parents, our sisters, whatever. I think there are things that we have been doing, and we affect the next generation, and the next generation, and the next generation. And I think they want it to stop because it's toxic, whatever's happening. There is a need to review a current relationship and make a change for the better. If you cannot mend it and move forward, it's okay. You need to let it go. I've had to do this in my life. It's hard. Light a white candle today and thank your angels for protecting you from energy that no longer serves you. So if something is not serving you, and I don't mean like taking care of you, like it's hurting you, it's not growing you, it's not building you, it's not supporting you, you may have to push it aside and move forward. If you're trying to hold on to it, it's because you're struggling with the fear of not having it, or you've just become so used to it. But if it's not helping you and it's hindering you, you may have to evaluate leaving it behind. Then your next one is 401. Revive. It's your time to shine. Your angels need you to know that the light is shining on you now. It's time to take that chance, speak up for yourself, and go for that thing you've been wanting to do that you haven't yet. The wish fulfillment, guys. The angels are wanting you to go after what you want. No fear. Stop worrying about all things. It will all fall into place when you want something, because you know if there's a fire burning in you and there's something you really want or something you've always wanted, it's probably your soul purpose. It's probably something you're supposed to be doing, because you wouldn't have a desire to do something that you're not supposed to do. Seriously. You have a window of opportunity, and your angels are giving you the go-ahead to put some effort forth to get this done. Right now, take a power walk, sing your favorite song, or have a solo dance party. Get the energy moving immediately to take things to the next level. So whatever you're trying to create, want, whatever, it's saying that it's possible now. It's going to be given the energy that it needs to be able to come into this world. Okay, that one they said, that's not the one. I'm going to use this one. So use that energy and believe that you can have it, that you're worthy, that you deserve whatever it is that you're looking to try to create, okay? So, last message for the day. All right. Pretty purple bells. These are down the road from my house. I took the picture. Share your feelings or love with people. Tell them they are special or that you love them. Forgive quickly and be humble when others are struggling. Yeah, this message is about forgiveness. Being able to move forward, sharing how you feel. I feel this is also a part of, you need to share how you feel. Because until you share, I want to say the people that you're not sharing with, they don't understand, or they don't know what they've done. They might know, but I feel like it's time to share how you feel, what you want, because you've been keeping it to yourself. I don't know if this is affecting you guys. And it's time to finally do what is good for you. It is time to say how you feel. If you love somebody, if you don't love somebody, I don't like the way you're acting, or I really like, you know, hey, we should try to do this, where you were in fear, or you didn't want to stir the boat, or you were scared to go and do something. If there's a job you want, a place you want to go, we've been talking about this. This is the energy of something new, and you need to release all the fear. If it's something that you really need to do, and you're feeling it in a soul level, not like you're trying to run away from things. You feel that there's something you want to do or you would like to be. You need to focus your energy on it. And you need to deal with all the things that could be hindering you, and finally, like, maybe put some barriers or put some borders and just say, listen, I don't like that, or I don't want to deal with that, or this is what I'm doing. I'm sorry if you're not on board, but this is what I'm doing. I hope that you'll come to understand, because I need to do this. This is something that's pulling me. And you need to listen to your intuition. So I hope this will help you guys. Kind of a little bit of a mixed message, but I feel like it's, you know, there's things coming in for you. You just have to want them and think you're worthy for them to get them to come in for you. Guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.